So, good morning, everyone. I'll just make a countdown for real time, but actually there's an in-game time that we used for all the speedruns, so RTA doesn't really matter. So 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Splasher. This is a pretty cool game that has been released in February this year. There are some pretty cool mechanics. It's a 2D platform, as you can see. Right at the beginning, I don't have any power, but pretty soon I will get some new powers. So the first level is just to introduce everything. You can see that I can stick to walls with red paint. I will be able to bounce on the floor and walls with yellow paint. And there's also a water spray that helps me to clean water on walls, which will be useful. You can also kill enemies with that, but you'll see that later. So during this first level, I don't have anything, as I said, but very quickly I will get the water jet. And yeah, it will be useful for the next levels. Also, as for the game mechanics, you can see that I'm jumping every time I can. This is because this is slightly faster than just walking by. So I'm doing my best to do some very timed jumps to keep my momentum as much as I can. And also, this is a bad guy of the story. You can see he's the bad guy because he's laughing at us. Okay, and here's the water jet. So right off the bat, I will kill this guy and go left, because this is the fastest way to beat the end of this level. So you can do pretty many things with the water jet, actually. You can trigger some wheels, water wheels, which will make some platforms move. You can also kill enemies, but not all enemies. You will see that in a few minutes. So basically, right now, I just need to kill these potato-shaped enemies to get rid of some obstacles so I can move on. So right now, there's this ball that I can't kill with the water jet. So this is pretty much the only enemy that I can kill this way. There's another one later, but it's another version of the ball, pretty much. Oh, I missed this jump. This is pretty bad. Okay. And I missed it a second time. I should just go to the ceiling. Okay. So the movement is pretty important in this game. I will try to do it the best I can, but sometimes it's just really finicky. But there's a pretty good feeling in this game with once you get the touch with this game, you can go pretty fast, and it's overall very fluid movement that you can do. So that's why I like this game. Okay, I went too far. That's fine. So it's pretty much expected to die a lot during this run, so what I will do is I will give $3 every time I die, so that's one death already. I'll try to keep the count. And you may ask why $3? It's just because I don't want to eat instant noodles for the rest of the month. So every level has a kind of theme. The previous one was kind of an introduction to how to use the water jet. And now the level is called Stick to the Plan, so you can expect to see lots of red paint. So we'll stick to walls and ceilings. There's also a lot of puns and games on words. You'll see that in the names of the levels. Right now there wasn't too much already, but there's a lot of references to pop culture, and it will come soon. So I don't think there's pretty much anything else to say right now, so you can go for some donations if there's any.
Sure thing. We have $20 from Shifted the Band. Wow, Gu, it's really incredible to see you at a GDQ. Thanks for coming all the way from France to support Doctors Without Borders. Best of luck on your run today.
Thank you.
We have $20 from Matt11. G'day from Australia. This is the first time I've caught this live. Great work, guys.
Okay, you can go for one more as I beat this level. This is the end, pretty much.
Sure. We have $30 from Brett D. Thanks for all the great runs this week.
Okay, fourth level, Let It Bounce. This is a reference, but we don't exactly know what the reference is. My guess is that there could be two potential references. It's either Let It Be by the Beatles or Let It Go from Frozen. I would say it's from the Beatles because it's an actual good song, contrary to the other one. So yeah, as the title suggests, we will use a lot of yellow paint here, and that's the second death. Okay, that's the third one, and that's another thing that happens a lot. It's like, if I die once, I will probably die at least one more time after. This is just because I'm so focused to what's coming next. If I have to do the same thing a second time, I'm just not in it anymore. Also, you can see some these small monsters that you can see here and there. They can be trolling you sometimes. Like, you spray water on them to kill them, and they won't actually die instantly. So it can be tricky, and you can just die in front of them because of that. And so far it's pretty okay. Okay, this is the end of the level. The next one is has the theme that I like the least. Jump on the water, so I would go for the purple with smoke on the water. This should be pretty obvious. And the new mechanic here is the water jet, the water fountains. The physics on them are pretty weird, actually. So that's pretty much the thing that I don't like in this game, is the water fountains physics. They control you in a way that sometimes instead of going up, you will go straight horizontally, and this can trick you and put you in acid. And of course, if you go into acid, you will die instantly. But yeah, pretty much, since it's a pretty good game and it has some water levels, the water levels have to be pretty different. Okay. Oops, sorry. So I can take some time to talk about the speedrun modes as well. This is a special mode called Selfish. And in the base game, if you play it casually, you will have to collect a lot of stuff on your way, but in the Selfish mode you don't have anything like this. You just have to get through the levels as fast as you can, so it's a pretty cool feature. Also, first boss fight. At the end of this level, I will get a new jet, which is the red paint. So the first, all the boss levels have the same shape. So first part is a kind of fight. So right there, it's against many monsters that pop from time to time. It's entirely timed, by the way. They will always come in at the same time. And then there's an escape with acid flowing under you. Also, the boss is really not happy. So yeah, that's the second part. As I said, it's an escape, so I just have to go up and up and up without dying. And for the first one, you won't really see the acid below me. I don't think that in the second one you will see it a lot either. But in the last one, there's a high chance that I can die near the end because of that. So we'll see how it goes. Also, as I finish this level, you can go for more donations.
All right, we have $50 from Tristan. Hi from France, longtime watcher, first-time donator, and I'm glad this is while my brother Gu is running one of his games. Come on, bro, you gotta go fast.
Thanks. And yeah, for those who would not be sure, this is my actual brother.
We have $30 from the Luigi guy. I've been watching a few runs during the past few days, and all of them have managed to amaze me in some way. Great games for a great cause, and the event's been fantastic, as it always is every year. We have an anonymous $55 donation for this so good cause and those who make this possible. Much love, all. We have $10 from Monkeys. First donation ever. Good luck to all the runners and make sure you have a good time.
Okay. So this is red paint, and I will instantly have to use it to beat the end of this level. So you can pretty much see how it goes. I just press B, and as I press B, red paint comes out from the jet, and I can move on this way. So red paint, it has a few other mechanics as well. You'll see that on the next level. I can pretty much stun, or, well, glue enemies, and if I do so, they will be inoffensive to me. I can pass through them, and I won't die. So this is pretty much what happens there. I go through the enemies and I don't die, so that's pretty cool. Also, they won't move and they won't attack. Well, they pretty much do anything. Also, as for the name of this level, I don't know what the reference is for this one. There is probably one, but I don't know about it.
I think it's a reference to the movie that came out, There Will Be Blood.
Oh, probably. So, thanks, yeah. Okay, so another new mechanic here is these this kind of cages with a wheel inside. So you have to spray either water or paint on them to make them move, but you can stick to them by spraying red paint and going to the walls of the cages, which is pretty useful. It's pretty much the only way to get through some things. But sometimes it can troll you a bit as well, so we'll see how it goes. And also Leap of Faith right now. Ooh, that was pretty close, but it's okay. That was a fast ride, by the way. Usually you have to go to the walls and stick to them to get lower and lower, but this was the fastest way to put this. And now we are pretty much at the end of the level. Okay, that was pretty close as well, but it went fine. So level 8, Rayman Origins. So I hope you get this one. It's pretty obvious. And the reason to that, it's time for some shoutouts as well. The main developer of the game has actually worked on previous Rayman games, so both Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends. And he's done both. I think he has done pretty much all the work on this game except for graphics. So yeah, he's both the level designer and the game designer of this game. And yeah. He's been also really supportive. That's him who made him this awesome shirt that I'm wearing right now. He's also built a special version of the game for me because right now I'm using speedrun mode. But if I use speedrun mode in the classic version, you would see my splits. There are in-game splits that are shown below of the in-game timer that you can see on the top left. But in this version, I decided to hide the splits because I don't want to show them. Because this is pretty much not the point of this run. Also, shoutouts to the French stream, obviously, because we also have the developer of the game commentating my run right now. as well as the designer for the speedrun mode, and a very popular caster that, oh, that was very close. That was that was a fast strat as well. I went before the laser, otherwise I would have to wait for 2:03 seconds. So that's good, I got it. And yeah, the third guy that is commentating my run right now is a very good caster as well. Very popular in France. So shout out to these guys. And I hope they are having a good time as well. Okay, stick on the water, that's the second water level. Okay, good. The first one was okay, like really, it wasn't too difficult, but the two other ones, which are level 9 and level 13, they're really more difficult. Not only because, well, the difficulty rises obviously a bit every time I go to a new level, but also there's some specific obstacles that are really hard for me to pass constantly, so we'll see.
We have $20 from Baikau. Hi, I'm very happy Splasher is run this year. It's a great game. Thanks for all the organization. Say hi to the French Restream. Money goes to Runner's Choice.
Thanks. Okay, incoming is a part that I don't like in this level. So first, this thing, I just can't aim correctly. Another thing that I didn't talk about is the auto-aiming in this game. You do pretty much everything with a single joystick, so both movement and aiming. And the game helps a lot to aim at things. You just have to barely go to any direction and the game will aim for you, but sometimes, like if there's too many things to aim at, the game can be tricked a bit. So it's not 100% precise, but it's pretty good. And that's the end of this level. Inkin Park. Okay, another reference that you should pretty much get pretty obviously, but in the end, if you don't get it, it doesn't even matter. So that's the second yellow paint level. Okay, good fast strat. I didn't get trolled by this guy. Sometimes he can just move on to the left and basically go kamikaze on you. But it didn't happen, so that's good. Another fast strat that I'm about to do if I don't die. So that's the fourth death. Okay. So you just go there, bond there, and I got it. Nice. There will be another fast strat at the end where basically every time you have to bounce, every bounce costs like 2 seconds, around 2 seconds. So if you can manage to get rid of some of the bounces, it's very good for the overall time. So there will be another strat at the end I will try to do to the right to get rid of one bounce on the yellow paint. And it's coming pretty soon. Alright, this is right there. So 1, 2, 3, I think I have enough height. 1, 2, and it's fine. Okay, good. That was pretty close. Alright. So Windwalker, this is a level with the new mechanic, which is wind, as the title suggests. The wind, it always pushes you to the right, so you can do anything about it. And if you want to go left, like right now, you have to spray red paint on the floor to stick to the floor, because otherwise you will just get dragged to the right as well. So of course, because you're always dragged to the right, you go faster to the right. This is, yeah, this makes sense. But also the main difficulty in this level is to anticipate things right and make sure you don't make any mistakes, because since you always go to the right pretty much, you have very hard ways to back up in case you miss a jump or something. So better do this correctly on the first try.
We have $20 from Shad. Shout out from Montpellier, Splasher hometown. Good luck to Gu for his run, and congrats to all the runners for this amazing event.
Thank you. Yeah, lots of support from the French community. This is pretty obvious because the game is pretty well known in France, but apart from that, outside of France, it has very, I don't know, nobody knows this game outside of France. This is very, very curious. If you check the leaderboards on speedrun.com, you will see that it's offensively French. Like, we have 25 people, I think, and only 2 of them are not French or French speaking. So yeah, there's that. I really hope that this run will help some people to pick the game, and we have a more various leaderboard.
We have $10 from Popa Large. Good luck, Gu. Debisu.
Thanks.
I apologize for my French pronunciation. It's been a while since high school French.
Don't worry. All right. So Troopers, please, or another pretty obvious reference. And new mechanic as well. This time it's white lasers. So white lasers, you probably can hear that every time I cross them, and I forgot to spray the right paint. Great. So that's 5 deaths. So yeah, as I go through these white lasers, you can see a beep that is going higher and higher in pitch. You can cross them for like 2 seconds, I think. And then after this time, it will change to red, and you die instantly if you're in there. So you have to time your way correctly. And it will also be useful in later levels to kill some enemies that you have to kill with this kind of lasers. Okay, the game didn't troll. Sometimes when you spray red paint on walls and you try to stick to them, there will be a very small time, like, I don't know, maybe 0.2 of a second, where your character will get stuck. And because of that, sometimes... Oh, it just happened right now, once again. I don't know why this happens, but yeah, sometimes if you're a bit short on time, you can actually die because of that. You just get grilled by the laser. It's pretty finicky. I don't exactly know why it happens, but yeah, you have to deal with it because it's a thing that happens. So yeah, we're pretty close to the end of the server. You can go for 1 donation probably.
We have $20 from Antoine244. Greetings from France. Glad to see the Splatoon Portal Boy on the big screen. Nice t-shirt, Q.
Thanks. Yeah, obviously, even if in its mechanics, there's a lot of references to other games. So yeah, Super Meat Boy has been quoted, as well as Portal. Well, mostly Portal 2 for the paint mechanics. And people compare it to Splatoon, but there's no actual reason, I think. But yeah, it's probably because the game has been released not too long ago after Splatoon, as Splatoon has been pretty popular as well. So yeah, it's like, hey, there's paint, so it's Splatoon. Also, water is coming. This is probably the level that I like the least in the whole game. This is the 3rd and last water level in the game, and it's very finicky by moments. So yeah, faster to just jump there, and it's faster than waiting for the whole platform to move.
We have $10 from XZ Vaser. Hi, Gu. Good luck for this amazing run. Don't play too safe and get that plat time.
Thanks. Yeah. XZ Vaser is okay. That was close. He's another runner for this game. Has a pretty good time as well. He just talked about platinum time, which is a thing. Basically for the speedrun modes, which are either ILs or full game speedruns. There are some medals that you can get, and I almost got trolled, got sniped by the monster. There's some medals that you can get, and there's 3 medals that are already shown, and there's a hidden one which is Platinum Time, which is much more demanding, but I think I should get it unless I die like this. So that's, oh yeah, so that's 7 deaths right now. So just when I say I should probably get it, I die twice. That's a good thing. But yeah, I should be able to get it. Hopefully I will. Yeah, that's it.
We have $10 from Lord Mouse. Hey Gu, had to donate your run to wish you the best of luck. First time seeing this game and it looks really fun and challenging. Good luck on the run, my dude. I'll let you decide where the money goes.
Thanks. Yeah, you're right. This game is both very fun and also challenging, as you can see. As I said, it is expected to die a lot, so in your casual playthroughs, you will die even more. As well, because there's a lot more things to do in a casual playthrough than just going straight through levels. So it adds also more difficulties. And now, level 14, InCorp Express. There will be an Easter egg that I will explain after it happens, so I will just say nothing, and because this is an audio thing. Okay, this was right now, so the small jingle that you could hear when the train started, the 4 notes thing, it's actually the jingle that you can hear in all train stations in France, and they took this for this level. I think it's a pretty cool Easter egg. And this level is hard. I won't say much more. Oh, sorry. Pretty much that was the checkpoint before I entered the actual train, and now I have 6 rooms to complete before the next checkpoint. So if I die, especially on this one, it should be okay. Nice fast strat. Okay, it went fine. So now the rest should be okay. But yeah, if I die during the train, it can be extremely costly in time, especially if I die near the end. Oh, that was very close with the saw. Okay, then the last one is free. And now this was the second boss fight, I could say. Okay, good. That's fast train. That's very good. And now, because it has the same shape as the first one, now I will have an escape, and at the end of the escape, I will get the yellow paint. And after I get the yellow paint, the actual game starts. And you will see that it's pretty much a high spike in difficulty whenever I get the yellow paint. Because suddenly you have to manage everything at once, and the levels are also more difficult. So yeah, that's that.
We have $50 from Richard. Shout out to Gu from the Ori Discord. Great job on running this amazing platformer. Put this money toward naming Tifa Peanut Butter in FF7.
Thanks. Yeah, I used to run Ori for quite some time, and now I don't anymore. I really hope the second Ori game that will come, hopefully soon, will be a very good game as well, and I can run it too. So I'm really anticipating that.
We have $500
Wow.
from T-Pocket. Says chat sends their love put towards runner's choice.
Wow. Thanks a lot. So yellow paint. Now I can spray it on the walls and floors. It's not very useful to spray it on the ceilings. So every time I want to spray it on the floor, I have to press down. So I have to do an actual diagonal between the direction I want to go and down as well. So there's a high chance I will die several times because of that, because sometimes I just not press down enough, and the yellow paint just goes straight in front of me instead of on the floor. And I can just see that it happens, and I will die because I go straight into the acid. So yeah, as I said, the levels are getting more and more complex. I hope you can see that right now.
We have $100 from Renaud Bedard. Hey,
Wow.
Gu, had to donate during your first GDQ run, and for such a good cause, it's a no-brainer. Thanks for your dedication and being such a nice guy.
Thanks a lot. It's very touching. And for those who don't know, Renaud Bedard is the main developer for Fez, which is a game that I've run for 3 years. And yeah, last time it was at a GDQ, I was supposed to run it there, but I actually couldn't because of school. So Vulogin ran it instead of me. Okay, toxin bubbles. This is a new kind of level, kind of. So instead of having water everywhere, like in the water levels, now you have acid everywhere. So you pretty much don't want to touch anything. I hope it will go well. Usually this level goes pretty well, but you never know. There is, I don't know, I don't remember, I don't think it's on this level. Yeah, it is, actually. There is a fast strat here, I'll try to do it. Basically the first cycle that you can do, it's good so far. It's not done yet. Very nice. So it doesn't look that hard, but actually you have to do pretty much everything perfectly, otherwise you will just get hit by a drop. And if you get hit by a drop, you just die.
We have $50 from Dio Mark II. Hi, Gu. Kisses from the French Restream. You're not alone.
Yeah, so many people. Thanks everyone for the support. I really enjoy it. So yeah, this level went fine. 17, Stormwind. Should be okay too. This is the second level with wind. It's a bit longer. It's also a bit more difficult, obviously. And for those who didn't get the reference, it's from the Warcraft universe.
We have $30 from Codeman84. I had to donate for our man Gu. Even though the couch is empty, 83,000 of us online are watching you destroy Splasher. Money to runner choice.
Thanks a lot. It's not their fault, but I was supposed to have 2 commentators and I don't know, they didn't show up. Maybe they're still sleeping because they spent all the night awake. So yeah, I can totally understand this. It's not a problem.
We have $10 from Wrist. Twitch chat is sending the love, Gu. With us, you'll never be alone.
Thanks.
Can we get some Splasher hype in the audience and some Pog champs in the chat? Loving the run. Good luck.
All right, this is almost the end of this level. There will be one thing at the very end that I hope I won't miss. It does like this checkpoint, and it will, after this it will be the end. There are 2 platforms I need to spray yellow paint on, and it's actually very finicky because the platforms are very tight, and yeah, there's not much space. So actually, there's one more checkpoint, and it will be the end, kind of. Okay, that was close. It's right up. First one, second one, I got it. Nice. Once again, it doesn't look that hard, but it's actually pretty finicky. So yeah, Rayman Legends. Yeah, I explained earlier why. So there are a few fast strats in this level as well. I will try to let you know when they happen.
We have $10 from Anonymous. This splasher run is amazing. Thank you, Gu, for introducing me to this game.
And thank you too for enjoying it.
We have $50 from Mahanoob. Hi, Gu. This game is really
Close
cute.
call. That was a very close call. Yeah, thanks for the donation.
I'm sorry. Here's $50 for my Crimes Against Humor. Good luck. I'm loving the run. This game looks like a blast.
Okay. Fast strat coming up. I hope I will be able to get it first try. So, spray this guy, jump, spray this guy, and it went very well. And now you just have lots of time to do this laser cycle. Oh. Okay. So the end of this level is it's not really an auto-scroller because you just go at the speed you want. But if you're too slow, there's a laser behind you. It's already happened in the previous Rayman level. But yeah, it's not that hard. Alright. Let's go to level 19, Toxic Revenger. Right now it's just getting harder and harder every time, so I think I've explained most of the things I need to explain right now. So you can go for more donations.
All right. We have $150 from Salila. Good morning from Europe. Wonderful night shift. Thank you for an amazing event and good luck to all speedrunners. Also, go the distance. Doesn't this song title say it all? We have a $5 anonymous donation. It says, shout out to Le French Restream, and thanks to all the SGDQ staff for making this event better every time.
Yeah, I'll just take a moment right there to also thanks Games Done Quick for their support, because a few years ago we didn't have any restream, and thanks to that, both their trust and the opportunity that they gave us, we now have multiple restreams in multiple languages, so shout outs to all the restreams as well. This year we have French, obviously, we also have German, Russian, and Japanese, which is pretty new, so that's cool. So yeah, thanks Games on the Quick as well for this opportunity that you're giving us.
We have $10 from Caesar Steak. To the 3 people I can see on camera right now, you are all awesome and let no one else tell you otherwise.
Oh. Okay, I can back this up. Alright. Thankfully I didn't die because I was just before checkpoint, and if you die just before checkpoint, that's where you lose the most time, obviously. So this kind of elevators that you can see with drops of acid being shot. You will see that later in a very harder way. It will be on the next level, so level 21. Meanwhile, GLaDOS Principle, there's a double reference here to both Talos Principle that has been run yesterday, and GLaDOS, which is obviously from Portal, which has also been run yesterday. So in this level there are 2 skips. The 2 skips are the same, but you just have to do it twice because pretty much the same thing twice happening. So it's right now. Let's do the first one. Okay, I got it. Nice. So what happens is that there's a lot of platforms that you need to go on, but if you time your shot, your water right, you can just go straight to the last one and go to the highest platform already, and that was the second one. It went well as well. So now I just need not to screw up the end of this level, which can happen sometimes. Okay, so just shoot everyone here. One thing I didn't explain also is that you have now multiple ways to get rid of enemies. Either you can spray them with water, or you can glue them with red paint, or you can push them with yellow paint. And I usually prefer to go with yellow paint because it's just much more satisfying to get them out of your way. Level 21, Apocalypse Now. The title says it all. It's pretty much hell right now. I really hope that I will be able to do it deathless because it's so satisfying to get. So I'll just try to focus a bit more right here. You can go for some donations if you want. I don't know if I will react to them, though.
Not a problem. We have $50 from War, donating because I won't be able to till after work. Thanks for all you do, SGDQ. Here's for the bonus run of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. We have $10 from Feral246. Gu's run has been so impressive, I can't look away. Keep it up. Love everything you guys do.
Okay, that was the early cycle right there, so good thing I got it. You can go for more donations if you want.
We have $150 from K-Pirate. The amount of work you all put into making these marathons happen, providing a week of entertainment and raising so much for charity are an incredible feat. I applaud all of you who have contributed to this event, especially you, current donation reader. I don't know who you are, but I have no doubt you are an awesome person. Aw, thank you. We have $200 from Chocolate Malk. I look forward to GDQ events every year. Amazing cause, amazing runners, amazing tech team, amazing commentators.
Okay, we are heading to the last checkpoint of this level, which is right now. It's very long, and it's obviously one of the most difficult checkpoints in the whole game. Basically, you'll see, I was talking, oh, okay, I'll take it a bit slow then. I was talking about elevators earlier, and this is the last one. Okay. Okay, so you have to do multiple things at once, both going up, also shooting these guys, and it went very well. And now Good Luck Splasher is the last level. It's also the last boss level. So first part will be a boss fight, and an actual boss fight this time. You'll see that. And then the final escape, which once again I hope I will be able to do deathless. So the boss is not really hard once you know how to do it correctly. There's a few things you need to know. So basically there will be 5 spots that you will have to shoot, one after the other. And to do that, I just go to this wall, and then at some point I will go to the next wall. The spots will always pop at the same time. So the first one is there, and then there will be some monsters coming in. And you have 2 choices. Either you can kill them, or you can just glue them. So I will glue them because they just don't repop after. And yeah, it's very much a no-brainer. So then the first one will be on the top right. And then I will move to the left side. Okay. So right there. Now moving to the left part, as I said. There will be the 4th spot on the top left, and the last one will be in the middle. But the last one is actually pretty finicky to get because of the auto aim. As I said earlier, if there are too many things to aim at, the game can be a bit lost. So we'll see how it goes. At least I glued them, and I will try to slowly go up. It should be okay. No, it's not. Okay. So that was the boss fight, and now the final escape. That is pretty much what you should expect from a last escape of a game. All right. So yeah, there's acid everywhere, things that are coming after you. Lasers, saws, there's pretty much everything that you saw in the game previously. So more extra spots. Also, now you can see the acid that is flowing below you. Yeah. It shouldn't be a problem except at the very end of this escape. If I screw up my movement, oh. All right, no, that's a shame. Okay, 8 death. I almost got a backup and I failed it at the very end. Okay, I'll take it a bit slow. Shouldn't be a problem with the acid. So yeah, it's very tense, as you may expect. Especially when you're in PB pace, which is, well, not the case right now, pretty much obviously. But yeah, I usually choke. That was stupid. I usually choke a lot during the last escape because I'm so tense when I'm on PB pace. That's 9 deaths also. It should still be okay for the platinum time. I had a good margin. I just checked the time before starting this escape, and I had pretty good margin. So even if I die a few times, it should be okay. So now this is the third to last. Wow. Okay, 10. I think this is the third to last checkpoint, if I remember correctly. No, I think there's one extra. I don't exactly remember. I don't really pay attention to checkpoints, I just pay attention to the levels overall. Yeah, this is the second to last checkpoint, and the last one is pretty easy. So yeah, too bad I didn't get a deathless escape, but it's still pretty good. So right there, okay, I got the first one. So now I just have to shoot these guys. If they want to shoot, hello. Okay, good. Time will be coming up in like 30 seconds, I think. This is the last checkpoint. You just have to give the final blow to the boss and then go to the last room, pretty much. Hey, it might be a sub 43. I think it will, which is pretty okay. And time, yeah, sub 43. That's pretty good. So as you can see, on the left side, there's the platinum time that is at 43:44. I got 42:53, so that's pretty far ahead from the platinum time. And you can also see my personal best that is at 41:38. I hope I will improve it. My goal is to get sub 41 ultimately. So yeah, I hope it will happen, and it should happen at some point. So yeah. I think I already did my shoutouts during the run, so I don't have much to say anymore. So thanks once again for having me. I hope you had a good time, and yeah,